Hey, it's Randy with SeemsGoodMagic.com. Do my first online Innistrad draft. I haven't done many drafts in general, so this should be a treat for everyone. I'm leaning towards Fiend Hunter. Looking at the rare here. Seems more niche where Fiend Hunter is always going to be solid. Claustrophobia. Victim of the Night, things to note. Probably won't table. Ooh. Burial Rites is speaking out to me. A flashback for white. We could do perhaps a blue-white mill. White-black. I don't know, I've been watching the last half dozen drafts online. They've been heavy green by everyone I've watched. So we could try something new, different. White-black. Yuck. It's hard to commit to 3-color right off the bat, but Evil Twin is pretty good. But Burial Rites is the safer pick. And we'll probably get a Fortress Crab. You can be excited about that. But we're going to take the Burial Rites here. Nothing else is really speaking out to me. Yeah, it's such a more powerful card than a Geist Flame. We can do a Control route with a Rebuke. Don't want to really go to blue yet. This keeps us on color. And black, we can always splash. Or if we're milling, we can bank on the flashback cost. Digraph Ghoul is not something we want to lunge into. Cleaver is pretty noteworthy, but only if we take a heavy human route, which inclines me not to take a pick of it here. I've heard Urgent Exorcism is an undervalued card. Definitely a solid sideboard option, which we could table. But I think the Rebuke is the safe pick here. The question is it better to stress black to go for an Interloper? Nah, I'm white through and through. And do we want to go with an aggro build? I've heard so much backtalk of Doom Traveler, how he's not worth a damn. Also, I've heard this card is not as good as one would think. I'm leaning towards Doom Traveler. Stays on color. Nothing really makes me want to jump into another color. But if we're gonna go white-black, is a Ghoul better than a Doom Traveler? I think flying might be a little more relevant, and if we're gonna go a heavy sack function, I've wanted to do a black-white sack deck. So we'll try it. And Elder Cathar is right along those lines. The Ghoul seems good to me. But we're going to stick with white. And that'll keep us... We'll cut it hard. And that'll open us up nicely for Pack 2. Hopefully a lot of white getting passed our way. Now do we want removal or the Sentry? Oh, clearly we want the Sentry. If we're going to do it. We're going to have to pick up some sack outlets. Which is where black comes in. Because white is on the... Ooh, an Unruly Mob. Well, it's all coming together. A human sacking deck. I'm not quite sure how that's going to all play out, but we're getting the cards for it. Ooh, right there. The Disciple of Griselbrand. That will be our enabler. Lots of red. We didn't see a lot of black, especially passing that victim is going to be a sign for other players. But getting this, I think it's a good card. Now, lots of black coming our way with this pack. We don't have any curses, and I don't want to pay 5 mana for a 1/2. The question is, it's looking like we're pretty aggro, so it makes me lean towards the patrician rather than the typhoid rats. And lifelink is so valuable. Our removal is going to be pretty lacking so far, but hopefully we'll pick some of that up in the later packs. And black's a good removal color. And right on cue, Corpse Lunge. Yeah, we're going to need that. Ghoul Caller's Chant. I wouldn't mind picking one of these up. It's definitely more of a zombie-centered deck, but Raise Dead, it's always valuable. And we're not too excited about a Wooden Stake, so we're going to take the Corpse Lunge. Wow. I guess you only need one of Harvest Fire. And there's no real sideboard cards here, so we might hate draft that. Do we want a Wooden Stake? I don't see us playing the Wooden Stake, so I'm just going to hate out this Harvest Fire. Potentially splash, who knows? Yeah, we'll take the uncommon. Lost in the Mist. I'm a big fan of that card. I don't think it gets enough play. It takes a specific deck for it to be good, but yeah, we'll take the Ghostly Possession. Probably not going to play it. Wow. I mean, granted, it's not a main deck card, but a Naturalize coming that late? It makes you wonder. You know, artifacts and enchants can wreck you. Come on. Pack 2. Something good. Where's our bomb rare? On color, bomb rare. You know what? Oof. And a Slayer of the Wicked. That's... Power 2 or less. We're filling a lot of roles with that. And card advantage is hard to find in Limited. And these are both excellent sources of card advantage. You're looking at a 2-for-1 on our lacking removal suit. Or we could just simply draw more cards. We could go creature heavy. I don't know what the right pick is here. Ooh, it'd be nice to table that Altar's Reap, which is pretty likely. I'm leaning towards Mentor the Meek, because it's looking like we're going to need to just pump out a ton of guys. But Slayer the Wicked, this is tough. I don't know. I think Slayer is just the better card. I think the removal and the fact that we can flash it back, that's going to haunt me. I'm not a big fan of Abby Griffin. Looking at a lot of green. Sharpened Pitchfork is speaking to me. First Strike, I think, is an undervalued tool, and especially since we have a pretty good human count going. That +1/+1 First Strike is going to be a real beating for people. So, it's looking like I'm taking a Sharpened Pitchfork. Another tool for my tool kit. And wow! What is that, a 4th pick rare? I think this pick's pretty clear. I would like to table this Bonds of Faith, or at the very least a Silver Chase Fox, but I mean, I am not going to argue with an Elite Inquisitor. And another, ooh, What kind of enabler do we want? Anidum. Wow. Moreland Haunt. I wish I had blue in here. I'm actually kind of leaning towards the Halbrick. We're not going to need an early sack, and this is free sack, where instead of paying one. Where a lot of the time, this guy is just going to be sitting around, just enabling, whereas this is advancing your aggressive state. We are going to need to pick up some more cards along the lines of Elder Cathar, where we're getting value out of our sack. But I think I'm going to take the Halbrick to keep our Sindri alive instead of going with the Voiceless Spirit. Although Voiceless Spirit is a valuable card I would like to have in this deck. Unruly Mob. Ooh, travel preparations. I hate to see that going late. But this is what we're doing. We're sacking things and making things bigger. Unruly Mob it is. We are short on tricks. And Moment of Heroism is certainly a good one. Intangible Virtue is worth noting. We have one. No. We don't have a lot of tokens, so that's kind of out. Blazing Torch. I think on our removal light, we have 1, 2, 3-ish. I think Blazing Torch is going to be better than a trick here. Oof. Blazing Torch it is. Oh, Walking Corpse. Tough picks. All those cards could have been really nice. Do we want... That's a hell of a trick. Our creature count is 10. I think I want to be creature heavy. But do I really want a 5-drop? We can pick those up later. I kind of want a trick. Maybe it's just better taking a creature here. Yeah, we're going to go with a creature. And we table our Alter's Reap. That's nice. That's going to make up for that Mentor of the Meek that we let by. Okay. From here on out, I think I want to go heavy, heavy, heavy creatures. Perhaps that one-eyed Scarecrow isn't the exact thing I want. But, I haven't had any experience with this card. But it looks like we don't have a lot of flying protection otherwise, so at the very least it'd be good in our sideboard. Feeling a Dread. And a Boneyard Worm. You know, the Mill Self deck is a pretty powerful deck. And it's amazing that this isn't... I continually have the same problem in drafts where I get so committed on a theme that I kind of X out the other colors. I don't pay attention to much else. Graveyard Shovel. Silver Chase Fox. But I don't know if you ever have this problem where you get... Well, here, we're doing black-white. And I'm not even looking... Well, late pack anyway. But I'm not looking at green. I'm not looking at red. I'm not really noticing what's coming. Equipment or creature. Our 4-drop's pretty lacking. I've seen this card get no love, but it doesn't seem all that terrible to me. Granted, it is a 4-mana for a 1/1, which dies to, and it's so... Oh, God, that's bad. Yeah, why not take a rare? Hey, maybe we'll get some tokens. But I never notice what's coming to me. I mean, granted, we've gotten a lot of white, so our signal was accepted, I believe, from pack 1. But as far as black, I mean, was it best for our second color? How can you not splash at Devil's Play? Can you pass that? Is it better just take the victim at night? Wow. This card wins games on its own. Where I have to splash. I would like a cloistered youth. I want the victim. I want the priest. How do we go about splashing for a devil's play, though? A traveler's amulet? We gotta be on the hunt for that. Is it better just to go with the consistent theme that we have brewing? Keep the aggro going. Oh. I think we just go with the humans. Oh, it hurts. How can you pass the best limited card you can open? Other than maybe Olivia. Oh, that's a gift. We pass that and we lose to it. That's very nice. But again, we need humans. I would love fixing. But Elder Cathar, that's the kind of things we need. We need to kill our creatures and get value. I guess the advantage of the Disciple is you can do it whenever, when the Hallbreak is sorcery speed. Hopefully we'll table that Fixer. Ghost Coder would have been acceptable for splashing, that's for damn sure. We are really short on the 1-drops. Do we take a card that's just better for curving out? See how well this Unruly Mob tables? I don't think we really need 3 of them. Although he's going to be a pretty solid win con if we get our... Purposes of curving, we're taking a Digraph Ghoul. Ooh, and an Enabler. We are looking heavy aggressive. I just hope... I hope this... oh, wow. That is a gift. A nice Moorcroak Banshee is going to really help out our late game. I am pleased as punch to get that. Smite the Monstrous would be... I'd love to have that. Nice curve. Nice rat for our curving. Ugh. The deck's coming together. Now, do we take our heavy human deck with a life gain? It is no Lockdown Warhammer. It does not have trample. But I think 20 creatures, plenty to choose from. I think this equipment is really going to push us. And that life gain is going to be pretty relevant in race situations. So we're going to go ahead and snatch that up. Spare from Evil. I think that's going to be a gift. We can swing in unmolested for the win a lot of the time. On those stalled board states, you can slap a Spare from Evil and just swing in, and they can't do anything about it. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be making our deck pretty thrilled. Boy, what do we want? Sideboard? Sideboard for a Mill Yourself deck? Would have been great to have that Curse Hunter, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think a sideboard card is going to be better than hating a card no one plays and Hysterical Blindness card. I don't know. I don't think it really matters at this point. What do we hate more? A big green dork? A Hamlet Captain? Yeah, I'll take that. Probably not play it. A Ghost Quarter? Dread. I'm feeling it. Inquisitor's Flail. Yeah, why not? Oh, just mill yourself. I'm ready for it. Well, we're looking pretty aggressive here. So I'll wait for the build step, and I'll get back to you and show you what I did. So I'm mid-build here. This is kind of where I'm at. I've eliminated Digraph Ghoul and Stromkirk Patrol. I went 16 lands because our curve is clearly on the low side, and I think we can. I hate Mana Screw so much, but our removal package is pretty lackluster. Rebuke is very situational and kind of against what the deck is going for, and I was on the verge of cutting that and keeping the Digraph Ghoul in, which I still might do. I've never played Rebuke, and I think we have more removal than I give us credit for. So we're gonna put that in there for now. 'Cause our removal is probably a more corrupt Banshee with our sack theme, Slayer, Fiend Hunter, Corpse Lunge, a Blazing Torch, and the kind of semi-removal Priest. I think we'll be okay without the Rebuke. And we want to be the aggro deck here. And I like our equipment package. I haven't played Cleaver. I might end up hating it and wishing it was a Rebuke. And do we need Life Gain when we have that for an out? Maybe we'll cut the Butcher's Cleaver. Yeah. Not too experienced with the set, clearly. But this is kind of the general direction. I might get wishy-washy and throw some things around. If that happens, I'll let you know. But I'll see you for round one.